my name is Steve. Join me as I go through my weekly forecast for the week commencing the 15th to the 19th of July 2024. If you followed me last week, you will see that we only had 2 trades last week and 1 carried over from the previous week. So hopefully this week we'll have a few more trades happening, and we're only going through the forecast today and looking at my watch list for the week, and I will show which direction I'm expecting the trades to go if it hits my zones, long or short, but I'll give you a list during this video as well. Hey, first one on the list is the Aussie CAD. We're looking at this one to go long. We have a resistance, it was a resistance level which has now become a support level after the trade had actually broken through last week. We're looking for this one to come back and retest the zone, and if it does, we will take this one long. Second trade we are looking at for today is the Aussie Swiss, and we are just below our resistance zone at the moment, so looking to take this one short. First of all, we want something to happen like previous. This was the month before last, so it was in May. We had a touch in this zone, big red candle going into the zone, close below, and then we're looking for a short after that if this sort of thing happens. If it breaks through and continues to close above the zone, this will flip and then we'll make this green. We'll look at then taking this one long. But at the moment, we're looking for this one to go short. Next one we are looking at is the Aussie dollar, and we did have a breakthrough the week before last of this resistance level, which is now flipped to a support level. So we're looking for the price to come down, go into this zone, and then close above. So we're looking for a red candle into the zone, a green candle closing above, and then we will be taking this one long. On this one we have the CAD Swiss, looking for short on this one, a retest of this zone, and I'm not sure if we will see this or not now because we have actually gone through the zone in up direction, back down and up and then back down again, so we've actually gone through this zone a couple of times. This has been tested a few times in the past, so we've got end here, so that's 4 times, and this one at the moment doesn't seem to be holding though. It's been up through the zone, below it, above it, below it. If it goes into the zone and then closes below, we will take short. Next one on my list is the CAD Yen, and we have this long red candle from Yen news last week. Now this was, around 305 pips. That was on Thursday in the short direction. So we're looking at now, we've just touched this zone. I'm hoping that it will go further into this zone and then close above with a green candle. If so, we will take this one off. The next on my list is the Euro Aussie, and we've been hanging around this area below this resistance level here for, more than 2 weeks, probably close to 3 weeks. If we have a look at how many days we've got, that's 16 days, maybe 17 days below this resistance level. We've only touched it once and we haven't seen a big move to the downside yet. It's just consolidating in this area. So if this one comes back up into the zone, we will then look for a short out of this area. But at this point, we're not sure if it's going to go or not. It could continue to consolidate. It's about around 90 pips up to the zone, so that could be 2 days possibly before it even gets there, if it does at all. And next on my list we have the Euro CAD, and looking at this one actually for a long, this was a resistance level which we did have a trade here for short, which we did actually get stopped out. We're now going to remove the red lines and we're putting in green lines now, looking at the same zone. So we're looking at now to retest this zone and close above, a red candle into the green zone, close above with a green candle, and we will look at taking this one long. Next one on my list is the Euro New Zealand. Now I'm not sure how we're going to go with this one. We did have a break of an area here, I'm going to put a line on the chart and draw a zone. If we do get a retest of this zone that it's just broken through a couple of days ago after a news candle, we'll be looking for a red candle into the zone and then followed by a green candle closing above the zone. If so, we'll take this one long. The next one we have is the Euro USD, and you can see here that for months it's been in this range quite a while. We are right at a level now that has been tested a couple of times before. However, there is another zone just above it. So what I'm going to do in this point is mark this zone, and if we find that the euro dollar goes into this zone this week, we'll be looking at it for a short. We have the CAD, we have the pound CAD here where we've broken through the previous high, and looking at this one now to see if this zone has actually been retested before, and we can see that it has had multiple tests. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is on a weekly chart. So this is actually a major zone that we're looking at. I'm going to mark this one now for, we have already broken the zone, so I'm going to look at this one now for a retest, and if we do get a retest, I'm going to take this one. Pound Swiss is coming to an area that has previously been tested. We've already had this one marked up from previous weeks as a resistance level, and we are at the moment only around 45 pips away from that zone. So one day's trade could get us into that zone again, and if so, we're looking at something similar to what we had where the green candle into the zone and the red candle closing out of the zone, and then we'll be taking it short. So looking for the same thing to happen here. And dollar has actually broken through one of our resistance levels this week, so there was actually no trade here. We were watching for this one to go into the zone and then close below with a red candle to take short. However, that didn't actually happen. It actually broke straight through. So I'm going to delete the red lines for the resistance level, and we're going to put in green lines now to make this a zone for support. And so we're looking at for this week, if it does come back and retest this zone here, we're looking at a red candle into the zone and a close above with a green candle for a long trade. New Zealand Swiss, we've seen here that with other new pairs, we had this long candle on, I think that was Wednesday this week, a couple of days ago by the looks, where it actually broke through our zone. We were looking for this one to retest and close above and take long, but it has actually broken through the zone. So now we're going to flip this one, and we're going to make this a resistance level and look for a possible short. So drawing in the red lines for the zone, and we're kind of in the moment, so it's hard to say at this point. I would like to see something, maybe another green candle first, and then closing with a red candle below this zone. Alternatively, we might actually watch for a close of this area of interest here before we actually place our trade. But at the moment, it's on our watch list anyway. We'll see what happens. And the last one on our list for today is gold. We are coming into an area that has previously been tested on higher time frames, and this is actually an all-time high that we were looking at from May. So it is possible that on a larger time frame, we could have had a pullback here from May into June, and now going back up from June into July. This could possibly break through this interest, and if that's the case, we'll be hitting all new time highs. So at the moment, we're looking at a close into this zone and a red candle below the zone for a short. If it does actually break through, we'll be then changing this to a to a support level, and then looking for this one to be taking along on a retest again at that point. This is a recap on the trades that I'm watching for this week. So this is only a watch list. This is not a prediction. We're only looking for trades that actually go into the zone and then close outside the zone, support and levels only, looking for this week's trade. So if you'd like to see more of this in future weeks, just watch out for anyway. And although it's not giving you signals and this is not financial advice, this is giving you an idea of which trades to actually look at going into resistance and support levels on daily charts.